How bizarre, my gorgeous Torini. How bizarre. At the beginning of this week, you are going to have like a really weird moment. Do you know why? Because your intuition, it's like really gonna be quite unusual. You know why? Because your intuition is like kind of going to make you think like that maybe something negative it's coming up or something negative it's going to happen. And this is when you're gonna really be surprised with yourself, and you're really gonna be surprised with your intuition, because I'm always on about intuition and how important intuition is when it comes to our lives. But our own intuition can sometimes really surprise us, you know. And I'm saying this to you because you are gonna feel extremely intuitive at the beginning of this week. There are a couple of very unusual and strange signs that you are going to have that are going to mean to you quite a lot. There are a couple of things that are going to happen, like you're going to be thinking about certain things, like, and then you're thinking about the word power, for example, power, and you're thinking something about the word power, blah blah blah, and you're just thinking about it, and then in the same moment, 2 seconds later, someone on television says power, or someone on the radio says power, or something like that. So it's going to be like, oh my god, I really am in tune. But this is something which is really going to kind of make things weird for you. Do you know why? Because you're also at the same time going to be under this like kind of illusion that something negative is going to happen, and you're going to feel like a little bit restless, you're going to feel like a little bit anxious. But you know what? Why am I saying that this is going to be so interesting and so weird and so bizarre is because in this case your intuition is going to be kind of telling you something completely different. So on one hand you're going to feel maybe something negative is going to happen, and you're going to feel like a little bit stressed and a little bit anxious, and then again you are going to need to urgently, after that you're going to urgently need to go somewhere. You're going to need to do some kind of a business, or you're going to need to do something really important to you, urgently you will need to go somewhere, and then something really bizarre is going to happen. You will kind of go and you will do what you need to do, and then on your way back from what you need to do, something really unusual is going to happen. You are going to have a really kind of a powerful sense of urgency to go somewhere. You're going to be drawn to go somewhere where you haven't been in like kind of a long time, but you are going to feel such a powerful pull towards that particular direction, and something is really going to happen completely unexpectedly, like completely spontaneously. Something is gonna happen in your life. What is gonna happen, it's gonna change everything. What is going to happen, it's like gonna bring so much hope and inspiration and optimism into your life. What is gonna happen to you, you are gonna tap into something, and you are gonna become aware of something really specific you want to do, really specific you want to try, really specific you want to bring into your life. At that moment in time, you're not even gonna realize like how many other things are actually gonna be connected to you in terms of a bright prospects that these things are actually going to bring into your life, my gorgeous Torini. And also, like, so you're gonna come across something really amazing, and this is really going to mark the new beginning of something very incredible, something very special in your life. You're gonna discover so much about yourself when it comes to this, and about your life as well, especially when it comes to like this specific direction that this is actually going to take you. Absolutely wonderful, because it's all happening in the most of the spontaneous ways it can possibly happen. And first of all, you feel like kind of nervous and a little bit anxious, and then something amazing happens, and this is like why I say that your intuition is going to be quite unusual indeed. And also when it comes to this particular thing which is going to happen to you, it's not only that you're going to see something which is going to inspire you and you will want to try this, not only that you're going to become aware of like so many more things like within the next few days that this is actually going to bring into your life. You're going to love it, because each of those things is going to like kind of play its own role when it comes to like you having your own rebirth at the same moment in time, which is ultimately going to re-energize you like you haven't felt re-energized in a long time. You're also going to understand and realize why have you had so many difficulties when it comes to like you trying something really specific, wanting to start something really specific for a while, and every single time when you wanted to start something really specific for a while, every single time something would happen, and it would take your attention away from where your attention should have been flowing towards. Okay, this is also ever so important when it comes to moving on with your life. This is something which is going to make you feel very determined, my gorgeous Torini. But also when it comes to you doing this and focusing on these bright prospects coming into your life, you know, you are really gonna, it's not only about your determination, it's not only how good you're gonna feel. Of course it's a lot to do with this, but this is also like kind of to open up the bright new direction in life. And that means that you are actually going to avoid something very dark and very negative. This is what you're gonna avoid. This tower here, my gorgeous Torini, you see, you are by doing this, by understanding the importance of you kind of like considering this like I suppose opportunity or opportunities really seriously. This is not only like kind of gonna make your spirit rise, and that in itself is gonna be enough for you to understand that this is something that you should do, because it's a lot to do with your passion as well and doing the right thing at the right time in your life. By the same time, you're gonna prevent a very dark tower that could have actually happened. Dark tower, negative situation, really dark situation. So you're also gonna avoid some kind of disaster by doing this. And all you need to do is just like kind of just do things organically. Just follow your intuition and do things organically. And even in this particular case, I suppose your intuition was telling you, oh my God, it's gonna be scary, but it's actually gonna be absolutely brilliant. So you do not allow this feeling or this intuition, you know, to actually take the better of you, you know. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, it is a very important sacrifice that you're actually going to need to make. And this is the first time that you will be able to kind of like make this sacrifice, because it's to do with a specific issue in your life that you did not know what to do so far. But now the difference at around the midweek, it's also going to be like this message about the progress that you are going to have. This message about the progress that you are going to have, and now it's actually going to also like really give you pretty much so a courage to really sacrifice the certain aspect of your life. But the fact that you're gonna have a progress with a specific aspect of your life, it's also gonna put you in a good mood. It's gonna enlighten you, and you're gonna see things in a different angle. And this is exactly how it should be. Very important indeed, especially when it comes to us needing to understand that sometimes, you know, we need to make sacrifices in order to move on with our lives. And you are kind of gonna be like chilling out after that. You're gonna have a moment, whether you're gonna be lying down, whether you're gonna be meditating, or whether you're gonna be relaxing somewhere. It's getting into this stage of relaxation where we are where our vibration, it's very unique at that moment in time, whether we are having meditation on purpose or we are just relaxing and enjoying the nature and things like that. We relax, we just go with this powerful vibration, we think about other things, and then that's why this specific insight comes to us, because we are not sitting intentionally, we are not sitting intensely, and we're not like kind of like waiting for something really specific to come, because that's the way you block things, not allow them to float towards you freely. So later, when you are relaxing a little bit, you know, you will realize that the very dark aspect of your life, you know, it's coming to an end, you know, and you didn't realize that before. And this is gonna kind of even confirm things for you even more, that now it's time to sacrifice something because you need to move on. And after that moment in time, the process of change is actually going to start. Very important indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, you know, don't ignore this like kind of don't ignore this idea that you are going to have at around the end of this week, my gorgeous Torini. Do not ignore this idea that you are going to have. It's like you're gonna look at somebody else's lifestyle. It's somebody who's very close to you, somebody who you kind of look up to, or somebody who you like, you know, and and then that you will see that person, something about that person has something, or it's to do something with their lifestyle or whatever it is, but something it's really going to impress you and inspire you. And this is going to put you into this thinking mode, how you want to kind of apply this to your life as well. So this is where things are going to start becoming very interesting for you, because you're going to realize that you're going to need to learn something now. You're going to need to learn something. It's part of this, just a short, like a learning process, but also at the same time, you are going to need to become like a part of some kind of competition here as well for a while. And but it doesn't have to be necessarily a real competition. Maybe you're going to need to do certain things that you don't want to do. Maybe you're going to need to be surrounded by the certain people you don't want to be surrounded for a while. You have to get over this, my gorgeous Torini. You have to get over this, because however this plays out, something remarkable is going to happen to you. This is bringing an amazing unfoldment into your life, where you're going to realize something so important, an important information, an important, crucially important information at this stage of your life. It's going to make everything so much clearer for you. And that in itself is going to put you in a state of mind where you're going to be brave like never ever before. And that in itself is needed, because what's going to be happening within the next few weeks is going to be lots of things that are going to be calling you, that you're going to be drawn to, that you've never been drawn to before, that you've never felt connection to before. And this is an important sign, an indication that the next phase of your life, my gorgeous Torini, it's about to begin. And that in itself is going to require from you to try things you've never tried before, but most importantly, at least for the next couple of months, try to come out of your comfort zone as much as you possibly can when you're dealing with things. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye.